Oh, hello, folks. This is one of the stupidest fucking things that I've ever heard, and I worked at a gym. This former terrible NFL quarterback, but he did win a Super Bowl as the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. But former terrible NFL quarterback Trent Dilfer and current ESPN hack analyst just decided to come out against Coiin Kaepernick and say that he didn't like the protest because he didn't like the backup quarterback making it about him and not about the team. And it's a hell of a distraction, and the 49ers locker room is in turmoil. First of all, Trent Dilfer played for the 49ers and is good friends with the general manager. I think his name is Trent Balky or Balco or whatever the fuck his name is, who's the 49ers general manager. He's good friends with him. So when you realize that this is probably the general manager of the 49ers talking, as well as Trent Dilfer. But then Dilfer goes on to say, when I was back up in Seattle, like 7 years ago, or whenever the fuck he was the backup with the Seahawks, he said, my wife and I found out about child slavery, and we didn't bring it up because we didn't want to distract from the team. Now, just let that sink in. Trent Dilfer decided not as a backup quarterback to talk about child slavery because it was more important that his team went 9-7 that year. That's what the Seahawks finished that year, 9-7. It was more important to him that his football team that he was on was not distracted by something so heinous as child slavery and drawing attention to it. That is one of the most shocking things. That's white, middle-class privilege to a motherfucking, perfectly fucking defined fucking degree. You couldn't ask for more middle-class white privilege than that shit that he said. He didn't talk about child slavery because football was more important. Their children being turned to slaves. And you don't have the fucking balls to come out and talk about that? That should be the story, not his opinion on Coiin Kaepernick. His opinion on Coiin Kaepernick is strictly asshole. What distraction is it as if somebody takes a knee during a national anthem? The national anthem, which, by the way, is a racist song. Read the second half of it that's been cut out. But Trent Dilfer, to say he put football in the team before child slavery? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Are you fucking human or what? Jesus Christ. And that encapsulates all of these white assholes talking about Coiin Kaepernick and how he should just shit down and be happy that he's rich and be quiet and don't distract the team. Your white privilege just oozes forward. Hey, I'm not even going to talk about slavery with children because I want to make sure that our football team makes fuck off. That is the stupidest fucking thing that I've ever fucking heard. God, I cannot fucking believe Trent Dilfer said that. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about child slavery because I don't want to be a distraction to the team. You know what? Talk about child slavery. Talk about any indignities that you want at any time, because I think that the National Football League and your team can handle. What was a team member going to walk up to Trent Dilfer in the shower and go, "Hey man, you're distracting the team by pointing out the inhuman indignity to children." Hey man, don't point out children being turned into slaves because that will fuck up our football team. Shut up. It shows what dumb, venal, corrupt, maladjusted, mentally ill, CTE having probably motherfuckers that football players are, that especially the white ones who didn't grow up in the hood, who didn't grow up in rural Alabama being called the N-word and chasing fucking chickens around. I mean, go look up some of the history of these players, where they come from. The black ones. The white quarterbacks all come from upper middle class, baby. Dad was a coach. Tom Brady's dad was almost a millionaire. I mean, do you know about Peyton Manning's dad? Need I say more? Archie Manning? You want to start pointing out all these football players and all these Johnny Manziel's parents fucking printed money. They own beer dealerships and shit, distribution shit in Texas, and made their money on gambling. These are upper middle class kids. These are not fucking. They have no fucking idea. The only interaction they have with black people is actually playing football with them. That's it. They don't hang out with them. They don't associate with them. They're not their friends. And they may use some of my best friends are black. Okay, sure. I bet that they don't think that you're their best friend. And for Trent Dilfer to actually have to be so, and he's in his 50s, by the way. Trent Dilfer is 50, or close to it. Yeah, close to it, 45, 46. 40. He's not a young man. And he's on ESPN. He should be suspended from ESPN for not talking about child slavery. Child slavery should be, for him to admit that he didn't talk about it because he didn't want to be a distraction to the team. Do you have a soul? Do you have any heart or a soul at all? Trent Dilfer should be fucking fired, and everybody should roundly ignore him. You don't talk about child slavery because of football. You're an asshole. That's what you are. God. I think this fucking whole entire fucking country has lost its fucking mind. Thank you for listening.